Hi, what is up guys? Losomanic here, and welcome to a video I feel weird making, and the reason that is because it's before we go any further, it's my fault. I understand that, but I've been feeling weird lately or recently, so I feel the need to talk about it in hopes that hopefully it goes away because I don't know what it is. I feel like it's become a problem of mine. So let me back up. Um, I've been playing. Some of you guys may know I have Cyberpunk 2077, and I've been playing it. Um, Now I won't give spoil. I'll try not to, but just to be safe, spoiler alert. I I doubt there'll be spoilers. I will hint towards the endings, but I'm not going to talk about. Maybe to a certain extent. So yeah, spoiler alert. But maybe you guys are going for all the endings. Maybe you guys are going for a couple, or maybe you just did one and just don't care anymore. So, but I feel the need to say that because there are some people out there who are gonna be like, dude, spoilers. So yeah, so yeah, spoiler alert. Just to let you know right now. So let me back up a moment. So how could I start this? So midway, so I restarted. I was playing a character and then I restarted it because I like to get a feel for the game and then restart and then do it all over again. It seems weird considering the fact that you miss out on the first experiences for everything, but I thought why not? So I know what happens with Jackie and all that. So when I got the game, first of all, I didn't realize it's an adult game. I realized it's mature, but I didn't realize how much of an adult game it is. It's basically GTA 5 with little to no limits. There are certain things that GTA 5 does that you can't do here, such as customize your car and whatnot, but that's beyond that. If you see my face change color, it's because the TV is on over there. So I want to say it was midway through my first playthrough before I restarted that I realized you can romance people. Now that seems a bit weird for me, but or that may seem weird to you guys, but it's something I find fascinating because um, I like to try to get the best of everything. So romantic companions or not companions, but people, I I felt desperate, because it's something I wanted to do. I like to get it was like romantic companions in Fallout 4. It was something I had to like see for myself. So I felt desperate at that moment. So so I I tried everything. Fast forward to what I made a mistake uh, during my second or my first proper restart. Um, I went to the point of no return. If you guys have done all the endings, which is I think surprising, which wouldn't be surprising to some people. I got or if you guys have just managed to come across this, I got the devil ending. Um, and halfway through, or on my way through, because I was a low level, so I came across Adam Smasher. Not only did I not have enough ammunition, but I didn't have enough damage on my gun. So I restarted the whole thing from before the point of no return and just upping my character a bit. Get to level 20 on some specs that's needed. I am using a build. I'm using Fextra Life's Assassin build. If you guys haven't tried that, if you love stealth, then I highly advise you guys to give that a try. But so I decided to back up. Either get a gun that has the necessary stuff, which is 3 damage, headshot damage, or 3 extra headshot damage with the additional whatever, with the additional damage per shot, whatever. Um, and so I work on it, and I thought, I play as a female the first time around because I enjoy playing a female, and it has nothing to do with the boobs, making big boobs, because that's pretty obvious by now that that's one of the reasons why. And hey, I get to be weird for a moment because I need to talk it out. So, with that, so with that came the fact that I wanted to romance Judy, which I did, which I'll talk about in a moment. I did have the female body and the female voice because I find it weird that you I I find it weird that you can put a male voice on a female body. Like there are certain times when I'm fine with it if you're transgender, but other than that, in a video game, I'm not really sure. But that's what the game says, so I'll allow it. Now, whenever I first made a character, I had no idea that you could romance people. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't. And who would, I got Fallout 4, specifically so that way I can romance companions, which is weird, but I ended up liking the game for other reasons, so. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like the game for other reasons. It's just romancing Judy and Pan Am and whoever just seemed interesting and something I wanted to try. So, and I got desperate. I couldn't help it. So I was at the part I was. It was after the quest where you try and take over the cloud by killing the leader of the Tiger Claws in hopes that you can take over Cloud after what they did to Evelyn. I'm not going to spoil anything there because it's something I don't want to talk about. It's kind of makes me uncomfortable in a way. So at that point, I was supposed to be waiting for a call from Judy, and so I wanted to make sure I didn't screw it up, cause I figured you get the call from Judy, then that means if you're a female, that means you're on the right track to romancing or dating her. So I was trying. I felt like, have you guys seen the Game Grumps clip where I think they were playing Wanted Dead or Alive? Either one or two. I don't watch Game Grumps, but I watch a lot of Game Grumps clips. So it was Aaron was trying to romance, or I don't know how that game works. I think you try to romance or have sex with characters, and there was a particular woman that Aaron was trying to romance, and then so he says, "I want to put my face between your boobs." I felt like that, but not without the whole face between boobs thing, because I'm not like that. But I felt like that. I was like, I just want this over with. Keep in mind, this hasn't happened to me since Fallout 4, because one of the things I wanted to do was romance Piper, because that was something you could do. So, and I felt like every time the thing with Piper was the first time I tried it, if I messed something up, because I was fairly new to it, so I had like a list of like things Piper likes and dislikes. So, by the way, nothing like that. So I was very I was very doubting of myself. So. But like every time I messed up on Piper, like it was like Piper disliked that, or Piper hated that, I would reload the save. Again, my fault. I let it happen. I let my feelings get in the way, but that's whatever. So I ended up doing it. I ended up sleeping, having sex with Judy, which let me get this. Let me put this on the forefront. I understand it's a terrible thing to want. I get it. Especially if you know the story on or the story leading up to sleeping and eventually dating Judy. So it's a very serious subject. I understand that, but it was just something I wanted to try. See, I got desperate, I guess. I felt like a 10-year-old after or I felt like myself back in fifth grade seeing sex for the first time. I was like, finally, I did it. I got so excited. I was like, so that's what this is. So I felt because my work was done. The one thing I wanted to do was done. So I felt like, oh, it was such ecstasy, just just watching that happen, because I know I had done the right thing. So just going through just felt like pure ecstasy, which was then derailed by the fact I went too far on the romance page on a fandom page. Now I don't know if fandom is the proper wiki for the games for games like that, but I went further down the wiki and I said that depending on your ending, they have a chance to break up with you. Now, the reason it's making me feel weird is because that ecstasy feeling was holding on in my head for the longest time, that I was like, well, what do I do now? Because after watching that, there were four proper people you can romance. And by romance, I don't mean like a one night stand, like that Militech bitch that you meet. I'm talking about like a full blown like date. Or none of the like joy toys. Like you can go on a date with them. You can actually date them, sleep with them, whatever. But so if if I hadn't messed up, I would have had that fling with that Militech girl, and we would have been done. Alright, this wouldn't be a problem, but then I decided to take it a step further and actually go forward with dating Judy. Because I don't know, I'm an asshole. I don't know why. So this ecstasy just filled in my head, and I was like, hold on, you can do this with other people? Turns out, of the four people, of the four main people that you can have this experience with, you can impact it can impact your ending in some way. Which I didn't. I've seen it, but I never realized how bad it was until I was doing my ending. Alright? So, like I mentioned before, I was on the way towards the devil ending. Alright? And what the devil ending means is if you romance either Judy or Panam, they break up with you. They do that. Now, the thing is this isn't the sort of problem I witnessed. Sorry, I spit. Sorry if you saw that. I never had this sort of problem with. This is a fairly new problem for me. Because something like that can happen in Fallout 4, but you have to make them hate you. You don't. It's not the case of like you romance Piper, you side with the Institute, she breaks up with you. No, this is different. If you side with, if you do the devil ending, they break up with you, which it's probably Judy, although I think it's also Panam. I'm not sure. Which again is no big deal, but I just worked so hard in that awesome feeling in my head just went from like, oh my god, to shit. This is legit. They put you in this sort of situation. Now, I thought this would have been this whole. When I got the game, I figured it would be a case of like, you can date your companion, you can date Judy or Panam or the other two. I can't remember I can't remember their names. It's just those two stick out because I tried getting Judy and then I've hung out with Panam a lot. So with that came just guilt in the sense that I did this to them. I made them feel special in some way, and then now I can completely fuck it up. Something like that just seems weird to me. And it's not something I've experienced before. Sorry. The laptop that is on here was on, so now it's off, so now I have to adjust this. So, I don't know. With that came weirdness. Something happened. I don't know if the game bugged or whatever, but it looked like I got into some car accident. And it's at that moment I felt scared, like, cause I was also looking at some other endings. Turns out let Johnny Silverhands, if you let Johnny Silverhands take over, he avoids all the romance options, which is obvious. But I just felt weird. Like I successfully I made someone feel special, and just having that ruined by some stupid terrorist seems dumb. So now I do have the devil ending ready, but I also have the star ending ready. Now something like that I think is safe for my consciousness right now. Which is god awful at the moment. I feel so weird. Here's how bad this is for me. I have two things, one of which I'm gonna mention because the other one is very, it's a lot more personal than this whole fling with Judy or whatever. There are two things I do to clear my head. One is I listen to Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. The other one is something else that no one needs to know at the moment. So I tried the other thing, not Stairway, because I was like, this is serious. Couldn't help. I've always relied on it. So something that even, and that's one of the things where if Stairway doesn't help, then that certain thing, it's probably getting confusing. Porn. All right. Don't judge me. I'm 19, so I'm legally allowed to say that. It's something where, like, if I feel stressed out, I can go to it. Awesome. And I feel better. But even porn couldn't help. It was bad. It's bad. Like, because it's my fault for taking it seriously, but I guess it's also my fault for letting my emotions get in there. So I feel weird right now. Like, this never happened to me, but it feels like having a one night stand with someone you really care about. You're like, yay, it happened, and then you're like, but this is it. Like, I just used someone I cared about for sex, and now it's gone. Now, keep in mind, I didn't beat the game yet. I am close though. Like I mentioned before, I do have the devil ending, so I'll give it. So after my female character, I will do my male character. I do want to let Johnny Silverhands take over, but thing is the star ending may end up being my go-to ending. Like, if you guys pay attention to this channel, then you guys know I love the Railroad. The Railroad is my go-to ending. My own personal reasons being that they're the middle ground between the morally good and whatever. They're morally good, but they don't have a long-term survivability rate. So, but the story ending I feel like is gonna be my go-to once I romance people. But at the same time, that's where the whole "it's my fault" comes into play, because I watched like a video on like what to properly say to make sure I sleep with Judy and date her and whatnot. So yeah, I understand this whole video is my fault. I understand that. I even explained at the top of the video it's my fault. So if you guys are still blaming me, just know it's unnecessary, because I know. So I don't know. So, and with that, I know I'm gonna get like made fun of for it, because it's just a game, I get it. And I understand that Fallout 4 is a game, and I understand that, but it was just at the time I had this urge to just want to see what it's like, and try it out. That's why I romance Piper, because it's available. You can, so I wanted to try it out. And then sure enough, now I can't stop romancing her. But the the problem is that I love my female character. Now this goes now at this point I'm starting to realize this goes beyond just romancing Judy or being nice to Pan Am or whatever. This goes to the fact I love my female character. All right, they put this is like Horizon Zero Dawn in a sense because it goes beyond just to me this is almost like GTA 5 meets Horizon Zero Dawn for me in a sense of like you don't they put feeling into a character, you know, with the fact that you feel bad for Pan Am um because she's not being accepted by Saul, or the fact that with the basilisk you get to it's that feel of positivity that you get by helping Pan Am, or the fact that you feel bad for Judy for what happened to Evelyn. It's something like that. But I don't know. I never really realized something like this was going to be serious until it actually happened. Because I was like, okay, romancing, this should be fun. You know? And then I read further down that endings can affect it. And I was like, well, shit. Now what do I do? Now, that's not to say that if I play a male character, I probably won't love my male character. Because, you know, to me, my own personal thing that I use on myself is you're not playing it right. With games like these, you're not playing it right if you don't love your player character, your character. And that's how I know I'm playing games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Fallout, right? Because I love the characters. If I was to if I was to review all of my Fallout 4 characters, you would see how much I love my characters. I put so much, well, not as much thought, but I put thought into it. I kind of make them look the way I want them to. But with this, it comes down to the fact that I don't know. It's more of a personal. It's a personal thing, I guess. But before I go on repeating myself, I just, I don't know. I don't want to be, I don't want to say. Hopefully, I'm not the only one, but I guarantee you, I'm the only one because it's a mature 17 plus game, you know. So, and with that comes the fact that maybe in real life I won't feel. Maybe towards actual people, I won't be alone on this one. But towards like games like these, where like you romance a person, and then they break up with you based off your choices, or based off your ending. Because like I mentioned before, I'm used to Fallout 4. Nothing like that happens in Fallout 4. I've romanced Piper and sided with the Institute, and nothing happens. I can take her on. She can still travel with me. I can still get Lover's Embrace. But something like this is. I don't know. It's weird. It's a new thing I threw myself into quickly. So, and yeah, my fault. I'm gonna specify this every time because I feel like I need to specifying whether it's my fault or other people's fault. Because most of the time, though, my choices, or most of the time, whenever something feels weird on me, it's my fault. So, yeah. With that being said, this is the only time I want to say I want to be alone on this one because a lot of people get to make fun of me for it, which is the point of this channel, is to be made fun of for stupid shit. But I do have an idea for a video where I talk about a mean comment I got, because usually usually it's nothing, but with this channel I do appreciate mean comments also. So, but don't just make a mean comment just to make one. If I legitimately pissed you off in some way, then just leave it. But if you're just like, I want to participate in this channel, you can just do what you're already participating. You're watching this video. So yeah, with that being said, if there's something I forgot, I don't know. I'm gonna take a shower later, so maybe I could use that as an opportunity to think why um why I feel weird, and hopefully I can get this feeling off of me. Cause right now I just don't want to do anything. I just want to lay there, staring at nothing, listening to sexual music because apparently I have those now. Yeah. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you somehow did, if you did enjoy this video for whatever reason, make sure to leave a like, uh, comment down below whatever the hell. If I'm not the only one in this, let me know. And let me know why I feel, and let me know why you felt this way, because I need some reason to believe so. Or if you didn't, but you understand why I feel this way, also let me know, because I just want clarity. I want answers, and I will beat the game. I'll just have to I'll have to figure something out. I'll just have to accept something. I'm not sure. I feel like to get the star ending though, you have to complete all of Pan Am's stuff, because you learn the truth. Because I told Pan Am the truth. Just kind of breaking off from the outro for a moment. I told Pan Am the truth because I'm a female. There's no way I could romance her, because I didn't realize how awesome she was gonna be. She's like the second best person to romance, in my opinion. Granted, I haven't met the other three, or I've only romanced Judy's, and I never romanced Pan Am, so I haven't completed the other three. Probably not with one of them, because I don't know. Weird confession with me. If I ever have a chance to, if there's an option between playing as a male or female that you can romance, I always go for the same sex options, or I go for the homosexual options. It's just something I feel like needs to be more into games nowadays, you know? Because I heard some people say that, like, they don't like The Last of Us Part 2, which goes beyond the fact of, like, not worth the money or whatever, or maybe their expectations were higher, or whatever the fuck Naughty Dog and Sony did. But it's supposed to be because of the fact that they were pushing transgender rights. Now, personally, I think that's needed nowadays, because we're still on the edge of... Because while we're now accepting black people, a lot more people are. One of the things that's more discriminated now, aside from black people, is LGBTQ plus stuff. So I always go for that option. Plus, who doesn't like a little homosexuality in their life? You know, we all should go through it at least once. Well, never mind. I take that back. Just dig myself a hole, which is the point of this channel. So yeah, with that, yeah. So yeah, comment down below whatever you want at this point. And if you're new, hit subscribe. You could always change your mind if you so feel. And if you do subscribe, hit that bell notification. Because I don't have a schedule, obviously. I made a video on Cyberpunk like a day or two after Christmas, and then here I am talking about my personal issues with my choices. So yeah, this is probably the most vulnerable you'll see me in. Hopefully not, or hopefully, because this one, for whatever reason, hits me personal. I guess because I take the game way too seriously, but with that being said, Losing Maniac out.